up, guys?
Hey, sorry.
I'm all right. How are y'all?
Hey, what's it like for you guys for bonding, a camaraderie aspect to be away and kind of be away together like this?
Yeah, it's great. I think this is a great time in camp to kind of break up a little bit of the monotony that was building up the first couple weeks, and then to come here, get away from everything, and spend a lot of time together. Not just football wise, getting to watch extra film, study extra with guys, and getting really concentrated on work, but man, play board games in the hotel and go to movies and all that stuff, dinners. So it's been a really good trip.
What's the takeaway for you coming out of that first game on Thursday night? I guess the initial one just kind of gets you left in there.
Yeah, it's usually about the same every time. Like you do some good things, but you want to clean up your footwork a little bit, be a little bit tighter on some things. The timing and rhythm with different receivers that you've been going with at camp, getting some more live bullets is, it's really good. Those are priceless reps. So I'm really glad we got some of those, those throws to Metch and plays that I can be a little bit better on. Everybody across the board, I think we all did some things we did well, but want some back and want to learn from it and grow from it.
What are you saying for some of these players sort of get acclimated to the second year in this Bobby slug offense?
It's really nice to be able to start really from where we left off. I mean, we rebuild a foundation as far as what our offense and our identity and what it is, but man, to have recall on certain things and not having to think, play fast, I think you see that from younger receivers. I think you see it from the communication between offensive line, quarterback, backs. You see it across the board that there's some good foundation being laid.
He's in said that he was extremely excited. He's a vet, but for him coming back from injuries, what did you see from him? It just seemed like the lifty spin move. You improvise, you broke the play, and he gets it out and fixes it.
Yeah, it was really good to see him get out there, and I mean you could tell guys that have played some ball and know what to do when the lights turn on. You can count on those guys. They've been in it, they know it. So having guys like that never hurt to have around, and it was nice to have him out there with me on this past week.
What does second year CJ Stroud look like so far in training camp?
It looks good. Looks really good. I think he's growing. I think he's learning how to communicate with receivers in different ways and on a deeper level that will continue to stack reps. I've always said like there's communication off the field, verbally talking through stuff, showing each other things, looking at film, and then there's communication on the field where we maybe tell them a play or give them a route or a check, but also they talk to us with their body language. And the more we can see how they move in and out of breaks, and especially when you work with new guys that are coming in, like Steph coming in, I think they're all making strides in different ways than they did last year. So I'm excited to continue to see that grow.
Speaking of your involvement in the quarterback room, you've been in some roster competition battles before in your career. You ever have a conversation with some of those guys in the wide receiver room, tight ends, other positions about how valuable some of those practice reps are, preseason, and what kind of knowledge can you impart on that?
Yeah, so for me, and this is across the board, I've never shied away from competition. I love competition. I think it makes you better. Compete with yourself, compete with your teammates, so that when you get out there and really compete, and you're at your best because you've been sharpened by so many other competitions leading up to it. For me, I always say you're not necessarily competing for that roster. Young guys, they're not competing for that roster spot that you're on right now. You're trying to put good film out there, and you're competing against yourself to be the best player you can be. This league, we need good players. And if you're a good player, somebody else will come find you if it's not on this team. So that's how I've always felt. It's very hard to keep that perspective when you're in it and you're a young player and I was undrafted. You're trying to make a team. So, but if you can keep a little bit of that big picture in mind, that you're not just competing against the guys in your room, you're competing against yourself, and if you can play, somebody will come find you.
Okay, speaking of Stefan, a couple of questions ago, how has he changed, aside from age, how has he changed from when you first played with him to where he is now?
I mean, I think anytime you've had, I don't know, I played with him in 17, I played with him in 22. I saw a big jump in experience there. In just a couple years too, I think even more experience. I think when you get to, you've been to the playoffs and you know what it takes to get to the, the wild card divisional championship round, but you haven't made it all the way, to the big one and won the big one. I think that leaves you hungry. And I see a guy that's hungry for more. He's been there, he's tasted it. He doesn't just want to get there; he wants to win it. So he's putting in the time, putting in the effort. He's being himself with us, and it's fun to see.
As far as you've been playing this game a long time, what's it like still second year being back with the team so close to home and just kind of your passion still after all these years to play this game?
I love it. I love ball, man. I love football. Love Houston. Love the Texans. Love representing the McNairs, D'Amico. I love these guys on this team. You saw Andre's speech the other night. He talked about the bus rides and the dinners. Man, we literally had a bus ride right after that and ate dinner as, a group of guys, QB room. So I cherish all those moments. I cherish the times that I have. I'm making them count now. I'm not counting them because I don't know how many more I got, but I'm making them count.
You've been blessed with good health and a lot of years now in the league. Does it, on training camp time, do you feel it in the body a little bit more? You got to take extra precautions?
Yeah, you're always battling something. I'm battling something again this year, so that's just kind of the nature of how it goes. It's not if, it's when. And, so I have a great training staff, Roland, capping those guys, great doctors, and the Texans in general do a great job with our nutritionists, with Mike in the weight room. Man, they do so many extracurricular things for us to recover. So, literally while we're in the hotel, we have anything and everything you could think of to help recover. So I'm making use of all of it.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
very much.